As the state legislature gets ready for its final session, big decisions lie ahead. Included on that list, whether to authorize the education tax credit, which could be an economic booster shot in the arm for our Catholic schools. Bishop Scharfenberger says the battle is brewing, and many are arguing this bill is only for the so-called elite.
First of all, it's a little bit insulting to characterize Catholic schools as elite. Anybody that's ever been in a Catholic school will see that Catholic schools are primarily attended by people who are working class people, who, are certainly not millionaires.
Right.
And it's been our tradition right from the start. Always, we've primarily been educating immigrant population.
Right, and there's also the fact that it's only going to families that make below $60,000 a year.
Well, that's your governor, and we're very grateful to the governor for adding recently that particular provision onto the plan. Hardly millionaires, right?
Right, but still many teachers' unions are protesting the bill, something Bishop speculates could be because of feared competition with private schools.
There's nothing in this bill that would be in any way detrimental to teachers themselves. In fact, there's even a provision in the bill that would enable teachers in public schools to receive a reimbursement of up to $200 on classroom expenses. So the only other thing I can speculate on is that Catholic schools do provide an alternative to public education, and in a marketplace where there's competition, that might be perceived as some as threatening because, understandably so, Catholic schools have a very high rate of success academically. No Catholic school has been forced to close in the state because of academic failing.
Right.
It has always been because of financial challenges.
Many also argue there's just no room in the budget for what they call an unconstitutional bill.
That mentality seems to imply that the state owns this money. This is money that comes from taxpayers, and we're talking about not taking money from state funds, but allowing taxpayers who are going to pay anyway to be able to decide themselves. They're just exercising their free choice. There is, and this is largely, I can't say it's largely unknown, but it seems to be unheeded, and that is that there is a constitutional right to choice in education. That was guaranteed by the Supreme Court case, Pierce versus the Society of Sisters, back in 1923, I believe. And this is just a question of parents wanting to be able to exercise their rights to choose.
The current plan calls for the Senate and Assembly to wrap up their business for the year on June 17th. It remains to be seen if helping children will be on their agenda. Reporting for Currents, I'm Michelle Powers.